expended everything they can to get across that finish line.
We have a couple of minutes to go before we start our men's collegiate varsity Invitational A, and we have 4 crews set to go in this one, and we'll join Jim Jorgensen shortly.
Event number 7, Men's Collegiate Varsity Invitational Heat A. Lane 1, Harvard University. Lane 2, Cornell University. Lane 3, the United States Naval Academy. Lane 4, University of British Columbia. Lane 5, University of California, San Diego. Absolutely perfect conditions down here in Perez Cove for the start of this race. Only 5 crews entered. There's 2 heats. The top 3 crews of each heat will advance to the finals. It's very eerie. It's very almost surreal how calm the water is compared to the usual conditions. The aligner's flag is up. We're waiting for the starter in the platform directly astern to raise his flag. Acknowledge the crews from 1 to 5 and then start the race.
Harvard, Cornell, Navy.
All crews now sitting in that
British
three-quarter
Columbia.
slide position
San Diego.
with their blades squared
Attention.
and buried. The flag is up at the start.
Go!
And we have a start. Event number 7, Men's Collegiate Varsity Invitational Heat A. All crews away beautifully. You can see the technique of these crews is a little better than those that we've previously seen. All crews are within 2 seats of one another. Early race leader over in lane 1 is the Crimson from Harvard. Very crisp rowing now as they open up to a 2-seat advantage over the Big Red from Cornell in lane number 2. Then the Naval Academy is in your 3rd spot, followed by University of British Columbia in 4th, and UC San Diego in 5th. So as they're numbered is the way in which they sit
Do we need to change the number?
on the course. Meaning Harvard's in 1st. Now the Naval Academy is moving back on Cornell, and they actually are in the 2nd spot. Cornell, Harvard, all 3 of those crews are within striking distance, but Harvard definitely has the advantage here.
Yeah, with your 3rd hand.
Sitting about 4 seats up and rowing nicely at 35.5 strokes per minute. Coming through the 500-meter barrier, it's Harvard in lane 1, followed by the Naval Academy in lane 3, then Cornell in 4, University of British Columbia in the 4th position, and UC San Diego is in the 5th spot. Beautiful racing as these boats blast their way towards the finish.
Checking our lane assignments once again and our order of rowing right now. Harvard University in lane number 1, Cornell in lane 2, United States Naval Academy fighting it out for that number 1 position is working out of lane number 3. Lane 4 is occupied by Vancouver, British Columbia, University of British Columbia, and University of California, San Diego is laboring out of lane number 5.
This race, in terms of who's done what so far this season, is typical of the East Coast, West Coast divide. Crews from the northeast of the country have done no racing so far. So in this race, we have no early season form on Harvard, Cornell, or Navy. This is their first competitive hit out of the year. Harvard were first at the head of the Charles in the Championship A and second at the IRA last year. Cornell were 8th ahead of the Charles in last October. British Columbia in lane 4. They've had the Brown Cup, which is a longer distance race against their in-province rivals, I should say, Victoria, and they beat Victoria in that event. And in lane 5, UC San Diego have beaten UC Santa Barbara, UC Irvine, the University of San Diego twice, San Diego State, and Gonzaga.
Set. Sorry. Moving the bow ball. Nice. Set. And set. All right, we're moving back on Harvard. 1. Whoosh. 2.
The critical part of the race is happening now. Third 500. Going into the third 500, it looked as though Harvard had established an advantage over Cornell and Navy, although Navy seemed to be shading Cornell as they came in to the third 500. Third 500 is, of course, when the real race happens. That's where races are won and lost.
This is it. This is it.
And Harvard seem to be maintaining their advantage that they've established in the first 5,000. Sorry, first 1,000.
Once again, our outstanding technical crew and equipment that we have here in the San Diego Crew Classic is front and center with being able to hear the barking sounds of their coxswain as they egg their crews on down our 2,000-meter course. Along the shoreline, Harvard continues to hang in there, but Navy will not go away out in lane number 3. Cornell was challenging early, but they have fallen off the pace a little bit as now University of British Columbia has moved up on the outside, and the University of California out there in lane number 5 is currently trailing.
So coming down to the start of the last 500, Harvard have put in a sprint. They obviously decided that they need to break the back of this race, break any challenge. That challenge is coming from Navy in lane 3, although they've been close to track to Cornell. Cornell have started their sprint as well. University of British Columbia in lane 4 are trying to hang on to the coattails of this race. It's 3 through to the final. The top 3 crews go through to the grand final.
That means that British Columbia on the outside is going to have to kick it in a little bit, because right now they have some open water back from Cornell. Harvard, Navy, and Cornell on the lead, and then a little bit of separation to British Columbia and the University of California, San Diego. Egging their crews to the finish along the shoreline. This is Harvard. In the center of our course, Navy smartly rowing along with Cornell trailing by open water. They're beginning to be challenged a little bit on the outside by British Columbia. British Columbia would love to get into that top 3 to be able to move on. And then on the outside, the University of California, San Diego. Harvard on the lead. Navy, Cornell apparently fighting off a charge in the last 100 meters by British Columbia. It looks like they may hang on. Then on the outside, that's British Columbia and the University of California, San Diego. At our finish line, unofficial winner is Harvard. Navy in lane 3 coming in unofficially second, followed by Cornell, with open water back to British Columbia and the University of California, San Diego.
4 minutes.
Very smartly rowed pretty much from the get-go. Harvard moving across the finish line smoothly and easily, and they will move forward along with Cornell and Navy. Navy coming in second. Cornell picked up that third position. There's our Harvard crew trying to recuperate after our 2,000-meter race starting down at the San Diego SeaWorld. Hi guys, glad to see you're enjoying today, and we'll be coming up here in just a minute with race number 8 on our program today, the 39th edition of the San Diego Crew Classic. It will be the second heat in the men's collegiate varsity invitational.
3 minutes.
Hell.